Hi there, my name is Lisa Dowling and I am a practitioner of East Asian medicine and acupuncture. Since 2008, I have been teaching practitioners East Asian medicine practices and cupping therapy, and I am the founder of the Cupping Revolution and Meridian Care Center. Over the past few years of my teaching of cupping practices, I had come across in my travels some courses and information on facial cupping. To be quite honest with you, I wasn't completely sold on the idea to start with. I had learned cupping therapy from the perspective of traditional Chinese medicine, and I had a really hard time imagining how that all actually came together in an effective treatment for the face. Because by nature, I'm a little bit of a skeptic. I did, however, have a great experience with cupping therapy being effective for a lot of conditions that involve the face, such as headaches, migraines, temporomandibular joint syndrome, neck pain, sinus problems, Bell's palsy, a number of different conditions. So in my 2-day training course, Dynamic Cupping Techniques, I started to teach some facial cupping techniques. In the process of doing so, I began to teach other practitioners how to teach the materials. And in the process of their training, they were required to practice those techniques on me. I immediately started to see why facial cupping was an attractive part of the modality. It felt amazing. My skin felt fantastic. My face felt lighter. I was really impressed. Fast forward a few weeks, I am home and I'm visiting with some friends in my in-between time, and my friends keep telling me that I look amazing, that my skin looks totally radiant. And I'm sitting there thinking to myself, how is that even possible? I'm traveling and teaching 10 to 14 days out of every month. Totally not the healthiest lifestyle that I've ever had. And then I started to think about it and I thought, oh my gosh, I've been receiving facial cupping on a regular basis. There's something to this. So it really started to go off in my radar. And then a few weeks later, I was getting ready to travel for another course. And just a couple of days before I'm supposed to get on an airplane, I get a total sinus infection. My face is blocked up, I have a headache, my ears are plugged, and I'm thinking, oh my gosh, how am I going to get on an airplane? And then of course the bells go off. Why don't I use my own tools, my own medicine? So I went ahead and I pulled out my facial cups and I treated my own sinuses, and I could not believe it, that my sinuses were clear before I was even finished the treatment. It was incredible, and they stayed clear. And in fact, since then, I don't even get sinus problems anymore. My sinuses are totally resolved. It's quite uncanny. So at this point, I started to realize that I needed to create a standalone course in facial cupping, and so I did. I created a standalone facial cupping masterclass for my students so that they could go more in depth into facial cupping and provide it as a standalone service for their clients. So in the process of doing this, I had lots of clients and friends asking me about this course. They wanted to get their own cups and they wanted to start to practice it on themselves. So I did. I had some friends and I had some clients who purchased my facial cupping masterclass and started cupping on their own faces. Well, the only problem with this was my facial cupping masterclass was a little bit too detailed for every person. So I went ahead and I created another online course, Facial Cupping for Self-Care, so that the everyday person could get a step-by-step process on how to perform effective and safe cupping treatments on their faces. So I have that course available as an online course, but you might say, how do I know that facial cupping is for me? And on top of that, most of us, when we think of facial cupping, the visual of cupping marks is what comes to our mind. Who wants to have red marks on their faces, right? Nobody. So I'm here to tell you that exactly what we're doing is to teach you how to not create cupping marks on your face, how to keep the skin secured so that there's no stretching of the skin, how to perform the treatment safely and effectively so that your skin can look radiant and younger without the use of any chemicals, without the use of any invasive techniques whatsoever. You may not have even known that there was a possibility for you to do self-care on yourself or to go see your healthcare practitioner and have this treatment done on you. So now you know you can perform facial cupping on yourself. You'd be surprised how easy facial cupping is. However, I would never recommend anyone to perform cupping on themselves without proper supervision. Because cupping is such a powerful technique, there is the potential to create harm. And the last thing that I would ever want someone to do would be to mark or bruise themselves, to injure themselves or another person, or to create a treatment response because they've performed the cupping too deeply. So I do recommend that you follow along in our 5-day challenge. So, speaking of the 5-day challenge, let's talk about that a little bit. What is about to happen here? Once you click the link below and you join our facial cupping challenge, you'll be invited to purchase a set of facial cups. The facial cups that we are offering are the highest quality cups that are on the market today. We have partnered up with Allure Home Spa, which is an American company. They produce their cups out of China and they check their factories regularly to make sure the highest standards are being followed. They're a company with amazing integrity. I've had a wonderful experience with them so far, and their cups are amazing. I've never had a cup break, and anytime I've ever heard of anyone having any issues whatsoever, their customer service is fantastic. So we've partnered up with this amazing company, Lure Essentials, and when you sign up for the challenge, you register to get your cups, and we are giving you free shipping anywhere in the world. So that's amazing. That's like a $10 to $15 value wherever you are in the world. So you register, you get your cups, and then you're going to get prompted with a welcome email to join us in a private Facebook group. So this means no one else is going to see what we're doing on that. We join together like-minded people, and we are going to learn how to perform cupping on our own faces. So in those days in between when we're waiting for our cups to arrive, I'm going to show up every day from May 18th onward, and I'm going to give you tips and tricks on facial cupping. So you're ready when the challenge starts with your cups in hand to try it on yourself. So on May 25th at 2 p.m. Eastern Time, I'm going to show up live on Facebook and we're going to cup our faces together. Now, because it's a Facebook Live, the video will remain there in the Facebook group until the next day, when the next video will arrive. So you will have until 2 p.m. the next day to show up, to click in, to take a screenshot of yourself either doing facial cupping or just after facial cupping so that you qualify for the prizes for completing the challenge. That's right, we have prizes for completing the challenge. So you not only get to look better, but you get free stuff too. So every day, you show up in the group, you ask your questions, you perform cupping on your face, you see all the proof of everyone else who's doing cupping on their faces as well, and together, we're going to create the facial cupping challenge. So are you with me? I hope you are, because it's going to be a lot of fun, and you will not believe the results. I had a client when I first started practicing 20 years ago, and he said to me one day, the proof is in the pudding. Lisa, it doesn't matter what training you have, what qualifications you have, all that matters is the result at the end. And this is what we're here for. I am running this challenge so that you can see the proof on your own face. And just after 5 minutes of facial cupping, you'll already see a difference. And then after 5 days, the challenge, and looking at each of your pictures as the 5 days go on, you will be amazed at how much better you look and feel from facial cupping. So don't hesitate. Click that link below, join the challenge, and we're going to see you on Facebook Live. Again, I'll send you the link as soon as you register to our private Facebook group, and we'll see you on there starting on May 18th. Okay? So, with that, have a beautiful day, and we'll see you online for the facial cupping challenge.